All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again. I am Nicodemus Kane. Today is April the 6th of 2022. We are going to be reading something besides Psalm 119 today. Um, I am still on the week-long ban from YouTube. So for the people that are on BitChute, it is April the 6th. For the people that are on YouTube, it is probably closer to April the 12th. I'm probably going to wind up uploading like 5 videos in one day. So you're going to have all the content you can desire. Um, but I said that I was going to keep recording and I was going to keep uploading videos to BitChute. And then whenever YouTube lifts its ban, I'm going to put these up on YouTube and then we'll see if YouTube pulls them down again. It's my first official strike. Apparently, the strike that I had last year before we moved, apparently they're just calling that a warning. It wasn't a strike, it was a warning. It's like, really? You pulled my video anyways, and you call that a warning? I thought it was a strike. This is a first official strike. So I have two more strikes because baseball terminology. Um, But yes, the tyrants in charge of the world apparently thought that I said something that was more than what I should have said, so they pulled my video. So we have to pick ourselves up and we have to keep moving forward. So that's what we're doing. Um, in the meantime, though, it's like I said, today we're going to be doing Psalm 120. This is a song of degrees. It feels weird not having to look up the letters for 119 because it was every day I'd have to get on here and the first thing I would do is open up Google to start looking up the letters to see what they mean. And it was weird not having to do that today. But anyways, we're going to go through this and then we'll talk about it. So, Psalm 120, a song of degrees. In my distress, I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me, that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Not not a lot on that one. 7 verses. We've been reading 8 verses for the past 20 something days. This is all of 7 verses. Couple different places where they were describing cities. Again, I'm not the best at understanding cities in the Bible. I don't even know if you could even look that stuff up. Let me see here. I'm going to look this up real quick. Meshech. A reference list. Oh. Okay. Well, then let me look up the other one here. Hey, this is Kedar. That way we can at least have some understanding of what's going on. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you can sometimes find some stuff about what you're looking for. on the internet that actually works. That actually helps. Even though there's two, there's one of them that says it's KingJamesBibleDictionary.com. The other one says KingJamesBibleOnline.org, but they both have the same exact information. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and reread this, and then I will talk about the references that it makes. So, in my distress, starting from the top, in my distress, I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Because he always hears you if you just talk to him, if you just come willingly and openly to the Father. He will hear you. His patience endureth forever. It's what the Bible says. He is patiently waiting for you to come back to him. He knows that you were with him at one point in time, but you fell away. You went away. He wants you to come back to him. He wants to give you his love. He wants to give you a life better than this world. And he knows that we are sinful, lustful humans for the things of this world. And he does not want that for us. He simply wants us to come back so that he can show us that we have been living in the lie of this world. All you have to do is cry out, and he will hear you. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and a deceitful tongue. Please let me speak nothing but the truth. Let me not have lying on my lips. Let me not have a deceitful tongue that will tell you one thing and do another. That is, as soon as Christ got into Jerusalem, the first thing he did was started talking to the Pharisees and Sadducees, calling them hypocrites, because they say that they knew the word of God, but they did not follow it. They did not understand it. I am just as guilty. I am absolutely just as guilty, just as everybody else. I do not follow the word perfectly. I have my flaws. I have my lusts and desires that pull me away from the faith far more often than they should. And I come back to the Father and I say, well, we need to do better than that. You need to help me get through this. I need to find a way to move forward with this. So that we cannot keep falling into these traps. Help me, Father, get through this. I wanted to see. All right. We're still recording. Okay. I always wondered about this laptop. If I don't pay attention to it, sometimes it knocks me out or knocks me off of recording. So, not that it's done it lately. It used to do it a lot, but I think that it's stabilized itself, which is nice. I don't know why it used to. I used to have so many problems with this laptop when I first bought it. But it's stable now, and it's going to stay stable. It's not going to mess up anymore. Okay? Okay. Verse 3, what shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? What do you get with the false tongue? Unfortunately, with this world, you get just about everything with a false tongue. Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. I wonder if we can... I wonder if we can look that up. I wonder if we can see if that's in here. But what do you get with a lying tongue? You get sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. What exactly is... It was a symbol of the Canaanites' fertility goddess Asherah or Astarte. Oh! Speaking of Astarte, we are, what are we now? We are 9 days removed from, or 9 days out from Passover. Other people have different days. People have different calendars. We're going with the traditional day. Um, this year, usually it seems like that's pretty much the day when it is. When it comes to the days of the year to follow the feasts of the Lord, it does not matter perfectly because we all don't know the truth. I mean, there are so many lies and deceitful things, and there's a lot of people that say one thing, there's a lot of people that say another thing, and everybody's got their opinion. And I have heard a lot of opinions on this, and a lot of people say, well, you've got to follow it exactly this way, and other people say, well, you've got to follow it exactly this way. And it's really hard to discern which way to go. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't really matter. It has to matter to a point because you have to be able to line up exactly where it is. But because we don't know the total truth, that's why we have to study it. Until we find that for ourselves, we can ask God for forgiveness on this. It happened whenever they rebuilt the temple the second time, or maybe whenever they built, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was a group of men that were just starting to, they were going to celebrate the Passover or something, and there was a group of men that came to the king and said, well, we just got done burying somebody. We can't do anything for 7 days. And they said, what should we do? Because we cannot follow the Passover feast. We cannot do that this year. We have to wait. So the king went to pray. I think it might have been David. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly who it was, but I remember the story. And he said, let me go pray. And he came back and he said, the Lord said, you can follow the feast in a week, in a month, whatever it was. You can follow it later because you cannot do it now. But as long as you follow it, and as long as you ask for forgiveness for, missing it. So it does not have to be perfect until we know the full truth. Now, again, there's a lot of people out there that are going to say, well, we already know the full truth. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then there's people on the other side that say, no, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do that. So it's one way or the other. And it's a lot of conflicting information. I get so much conflicting information whenever I try to look this stuff up. It's always somebody saying one thing, somebody saying another thing, and then there's a third thing. And all I can do is ask Father to help me find it for myself. I ask him for the wisdom for it, and I say, if we're doing it wrong, let us do it better next time. Because we're just trying to find the truth, and it is so hard to find the truth. It is so hard to find good information in this world when everything is so messed up. So whether you celebrate it on the 15th, or started on the 15th, or whether you started on what other people have been doing it on. It would have been earlier. It would have been about today, as a matter of fact. There are some people that are saying that it comes at the end of April, believe it or not. There's some people that said that it was in March. So it's hard. It's hard to know exactly where it is. But as far as us, we're going to celebrate it on the 15th. But going into that, knowing that juniper was a symbol of the fertility goddess Astarte, which is basically the same as Ishtar, Easter. It's just bam, bam, bam. If you can't hear the name in all three of those, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do for you. But what do you get, O lying false tongue? You get sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. So there you go. With coals of juniper. Let's see if I can find something else here too. Evil. Pretty much evil. The juniper is an evergreen tree that has soft needles instead of leaves. It has, from time immemorial, been associated with Christmas. There you go, kids. You just connected two completely random. Oh, wow. You just connected two completely random holidays. So, anyways, there you go. I'm sure somebody else could look it up and say, well, juniper's not that bad. Well, juniper's probably not that bad. This says right here that the juniper berries are used in cleaning rituals, used to remove evil spirits and help protect people from evil. I mean, that's fine, but we're talking about coals of juniper. We're talking about burnt out trees. That's what a coal is. It's the burning of a tree and it's the leftovers from the tree. Coals of juniper, which is the remaining evergreen tree. Anyways, we're going to keep moving on. That's interesting, though, that it is a symbol for the fertility goddess Astarte, and it happens to be a Christmas tree. Okay. So let's keep going. Where was I at? Verse 5. What was me that I sojourn in Meshach? Messick? I bet you it's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Let me see if it's in here. Meshach. Okay. Anyways, woe is me that I sojourn in Meshach, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. So, what is Meshach? Mesech. A son of Japhet, and the progenitor of a race frequently noticed in Scripture in connection with Tubal, Magog, and other northern nations. They're both associations. So, Tubal King, Magog, these are all the northern nations where all of the giants. They come from Esau because wasn't Tubal the son of Esau? I don't remember. Let me see if I can look that up. Oh, you look up Tubal and you get Tubal refers to the fallopian tubes. That's nice. That's not what I'm looking for. The fifth son of Japheth. God, there it is. Japheth was one of the three sons of Noah. So there it is. It wasn't Esau, it was Japheth. Blah, 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 blah. The nation probably descended from the son of Japheth. It was mentioned by Isaiah along with Javan. But it was the northern tribes. It was where it was probably where Esau went to. It was probably his people that he hooked up with whenever he left after Jacob came back. Okay, there you go. But woe is me that I sojourn in Meshach, which is the northern tribes, the bad place, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. What is Kedar? Well, Kedar is a name for the nomadic tribes of Arabs, the Bedouins generally, who dwelt in the northwest of Arabia. They lived in black hair tents. To dwell in the tents of Kedar was to be cut off from the worship of the true God. The Kedarites suffered at the hands of Nebuchadnezzar. To dwell in the tents of Kedar was to be cut off from the worship of the true God. What does my lying tongue get? It gets sharp arrows for the mighty, with coals of juniper. Woe is me that I sojourn in Meshech, which is in the north, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar, that I am cut off from the one true God. Now we know what that means. I should have been looking up these places, these names, way before now, but I haven't. It's because I wasn't really thinking about it. Psalm 119 showed me that we can look at these psalms in a completely different way. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace, which is, again, just another one of those references to people of the world, that they don't want peace. They enjoy the strife and misery of their world because it gives them something in return. Someone will live in misery and hatred and evil just because it gives them material possessions. I know that for a fact. I was right there. I was living in my own hatred and disgust of the world, but I was making my money. I was happy living like that because I had all of this stuff, because it was, even though it was not benefiting me in any way whatsoever, I was content in the world that I had around me. And it wasn't until my eyes were open to it that I was able to get rid of that hate, to get rid of those lies in order to come to a better place. I see that now. I absolutely understand that now. But my soul hath long dwelt with him that hated peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Those people of the world that just want to hurt and destroy and maim and conquer simply because you are different from them, simply because you worship a different God than them, that you do not want to have anything to do with them. They will hurt you and destroy you and manipulate you, set traps for you, however many millions of other things that we've been saying, or dozens, I should say, not millions. That's over exaggerating, but almost the entirety of Psalm 119, every letter, there was some kind of corresponding, well, the people of this world are doing this, the people of this world are doing that. They're laying traps for me. They're manipulating me. They're lying to me. They're trying to hurt me. They, for no reason whatsoever other than I exist. They're doing all of this stuff, and it builds and builds and builds. And these people, even though I am just trying to find my peace, I'm trying to find my comfort and my solitude, they just want to keep hurting me over and over and over again. And that's exactly what this is. I have long dwelt with him that hated peace. I want peace. I am for peace. I am for my God's word. But when I speak, when I try to turn them, when I try to change them, when I try to tell them the truth, they simply come right back at me with more war, more hatred, more violence. It's this cyclical nightmare of just wanting to try to do better for the world, and it just wants to keep pushing you down, because this world doesn't care about the truth. This world doesn't care about peace. and happiness. This world cares only about itself, about the materialistic things of this world, about the life that the people lead right now. You're told to live your best life right now, that you're told that this is all you get, that you are nothing floating in space, you are nobody, and you are not nobody. You are somebody. God created all of this for us so that we could live and be happy together. We are made for His pleasure so that we can have an existence with Him in love and mercy and peace. This world was not made for us to kill each other and hurt each other and destroy each other. But that is what evil has done to good men. It has caused that, and we are at this place now where we are falling apart at the seams. We are absolutely falling apart at the seams, and we need that mercy of God in order to be able to see us through. Absolutely, it's what we need right now. So all I can say is to pray every single day that you have the mercy and the tender love of the Father, and that He helps you have understanding not only of this world, but how to be better in this world, how to understand His Word so that you can pass that word on to others, so that hopefully other people, hopefully they will hear. Somebody will hear it. Eventually somebody will hear it. I think that's what it will take, is that there are so many people out there that are ready for something better. They just have to hear it the right way. They have to understand it the right way. That will unlock the lies of this world. It will unlock it for them so that they can move forward. So we have to keep talking about it. We have to keep pushing to get people to understand. Can't ever give up. So many people, I've talked about this before too, so many people, they just want to give it up. They just want to say, well, people just aren't listening anymore. So whatever, I'm just going to give up because, nobody's listening, nobody cares. Whatever, I'm not going to try to save the normies anymore. Well, somebody chose to save you. Somebody chose to speak up in this world, to have everybody come after them so that they can speak up, so that you can hear it, so that you can understand it, so that you can go on and tell people the truth, try to get them to open their eyes to the world. But when the going got tough, you decided that you wanted to walk away because you said that you can't do it. And yet the guy before you, he went through all the slings and all the arrows and all the crap in order to get that word to you. And you decided you just want to walk away. And that is the most cowardly thing I have ever heard in my life. If you walk away from trying to tell people the truth simply because you don't think anybody's listening, you are a coward. And you deserve what you get when it comes. We have to keep pushing. Have to keep trying to wake people up. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but I don't care anymore. We are trying to save souls. We're trying to help people in this world. It's what we were put here for. That's all I got to say about that. That's really all I've got about that. I'm so tired of a lot of people. There were so many people that I followed on Twitter, followed on YouTube, followed on BitChute, that they were saying all this truth. They were putting out all this truth, and if they didn't get banned, they just came out and said, "I'm tired of fighting the fight. People aren't listening anymore. I'm giving up. Goodbye. And then they disappear. And it's like, what? You're just giving up? You're giving up because people refuse to listen to you? That is so cowardly. That is the most cowardly thing ever. But that's what's been happening. So many guys have been doing that, and it just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Don't be like that. If you have a voice, if God gives you the ability to have a voice, to be able to go out and help people, don't ever stop talking. Don't ever stop fighting. Don't ever stop trying to change people. There are people that when you go to them, if they just refuse to listen to you, walk away, try somebody else. If there's family members, anybody that just won't listen, I'm sorry. You have to give up on them. That has been a strong teaching that I have had to learn through this whole process, is that there are just some people that you just can't save. So go try to save the ones that can. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop preaching truth. It's what we need in this world more than anything else, truth. Because we are drowning in lies. Absolutely drowning in lies right now. All right, get off my soapbox on that one. I am going to cut this off early so that I can get some things done before I can go to work. Before I have to go to work. Can go to work. You hear me? It's a pleasure for me to go to work. No, it's before I have to go to work. We're going to keep pushing. That's what I said. We're going to keep recording. I get the word every single day. So I have to record the word every single day. And if I put it on BitChute instead of YouTube, then that's just the way it is. I'll keep trying. As much as I am not so wild about the other video channels out there, I may try them. I don't know. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I keep thinking I have more of a place, more of a voice, but it's just seriously, if you were already on YouTube and you moved to BitChute, you've already moved to BitChute. If you were on BitChute or YouTube and you moved over to Odyssey, you're already on Odyssey. You know, you were already at the other two. So it's like, is it going to be the same people over and over again to see the same, if I move over, is it just going to be the same audience? Is it going to be a new audience? Basically what I'm saying is the people that didn't care to hear this message on BitChute and YouTube, are they going to hear it on Odyssey? Are they going to hear it, are they going to hear it on Brighteon? Or are they going to hear it on the other channels? I don't know. Is it worth it? I guess is that. Of course, then again, that goes back to what I just said, is to keep trying. So I'll look into it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, but I'll look into it. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. I don't know. All right. I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for coming around and listening. God bless you all. Absolutely take care of yourselves. Watch out for the lies of this world, the garbage that they keep feeding us, and pray constantly for that full armor of God. Pray that He gives you understanding and deliverance from evil, from the evils of this world. All right. I shall talk to y'all later.